Hey everybody, and welcome. I'm Kate, and I have a stability/mobility class for you today. Quick and to the point. We're gonna get right to it, work a little bit into the hips and into the core, maybe a little bit differently than we normally approach the core. So find a quiet spot, a couple of blocks if you want them, you may not need them. Roll out your mat, and I'll see you in a few. Okay, so we're gonna get started in table. So make your way in there. And when you get there, just do a couple of kind of side to side. Hopefully you're on a creaky bit of floor, like I am. You can do some rhythm with your base. And then roll some circles. I'm gonna move off it though, because it's annoying. And just little hip circles in one direction, and in the other. There we go. And then come back through the middle. From here, you're gonna take your fingertips out to the sides, rock a little bit side to side. I like to stretch the wrists every now and then, roll some circles over those wrists. And then in the other direction. You got it. And then back over your wrists. If you've got it in your wrist and you have the flexibility and the mobility and your wrists aren't complaining too much, you're gonna roll your fingertips back toward your knees and just take a couple of breaths here with your shoulders nice and soft. Core engaged gently, so we're not sagging too much into the low back. That's it. Take a breath here. Maybe shift your hips back. And then come forward. So your shoulders stack back over your wrists and you can peel one hand off the mat. And then peel the other. Shake it out. Walk those hands forward a bit and just move into a downward facing dog. It can be super sloppy to start. And just pedal it out, side to side. And just like we did in the beginning, 2 seconds ago, you can let your hips sway a little bit as you pedal out your feet. Yeah, and then from here, we're gonna come forward into plank. And then lower your knees back onto the mat, finding your table, and roll through a couple of rounds of cat and cow, just in case you have any stiffness along the length of your spine that you want to start to work out a bit. And just stay with your breath. If your cues get off a little bit, you're breathing out as you round, or as you arch your back, and breathing in as you round, it doesn't really matter. Just something to start to connect that breath and that movement. And then we're gonna come back to the neutral spine, and you're gonna tuck your toes and float your knees, right? Inhale, arch your back, look up. As you exhale, we're gonna lift back into this kind of shorter version of down dog. Inhale, float your knees above the mat, stretch your chest through your upper arms, gaze up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, bring it forward, inhale. Exhale, hips high, baby dog. One more. Bring those knees, float them up. And downward facing dog. And now we're gonna lower those knees again, right? This time, send your hips back toward your heels. So we're in this little kind of floaty child's pose. Gaze forward, shoot your shoulders forward, and then pull it back, downward facing dog. Same deal again. Soften your knees toward the mat, hips back toward your heels, take your gaze forward, plank, downward facing dog. One more of those. Inhale, float your knees. Exhale, pull your hips back. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take a second here, maybe walk your hands a little bit farther forward so you've got a little bit more space here, right? And now we're gonna float those knees again. This time, take your right leg, kick it back. Inhale. Exhale, drag that knee into your nose and round. Inhale, kick it back. Drag that knee into your nose and then kick it underneath you to the left. Fall in triangle. You're gonna lift those hips. Stretch your left arm up, roll out your wrist. And then take your left hand to the floor, sweep your right leg up and back, down dog split, deep breath. Exhale, you're gonna bend your knees, stack your hip for a second here. And then square it off, gaze forward, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Okay, shift your weight into your left hand. Right hand is gonna reach forward, kick this left leg through, tap, boom. And then left leg goes back, reach your right arm up, inhale. Exhale. Right hand to the floor, gonna walk toward that back foot, find Skandasana with support of the hands, right? Lean your left shoulder into your inner left thigh. Left hand can be right on the floor. Take your right arm alongside your right ear and reach back away from your toes. Inhale. And then exhale, hands are gonna come back down to the mat. Walk yourself again through lizard lunge. This time lower your back knee. Soften your shoulders. And if you want to come down a little bit lower onto blocks or onto the mat, you can do that. One more breath. And then hands back underneath you if you've lowered down. Tuck your back toes, step back through plank, inhale. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin. Baby chaturanga, and then float it forward for a baby cobra. Inhale. Press into your hands, come on up through table, pull your hips back to your heels, find a nice long child's pose, pop up onto your fingertips. Feel your upper arms lift, start to soften your chest, your forehead down toward the floor. Okay, inhale, come back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, and we're gonna float it forward into this floaty thing again, right? Knees float down right above the floor. Take that left leg, kick it straight back. Belly in, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Take it back, and then knee in. This time you're gonna kick it across to the right. Find your fallen triangle, lift into your hips. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, right hand to the mat, left leg up and back, down dog split. And then stack that left hip open, bend your knee. Inhale, square it off. As you exhale, step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Shift your weight to your right hand, left arm's gonna reach forward, gonna kick through. Tap your toes with your left fingertips, and then step back again. Sweep your left arm up. Inhale. Exhale. Both hands to the floor. You're gonna walk toward that back foot. Skandasana. Little goddess of war pose. Lean your weight into this inner thigh here. Right hand can stay right on the floor. Take your left arm alongside your ear and reach back. Make some space to this left side. And walk your hands back through. Coming back into lizard. Drop your back knee. And breathe. And any version here, if you want to lower down, you can absolutely lower yourself down. Coming to rest again on your forearms, around those blocks. And then hands underneath you. Come on up. Tuck those back toes, lift your back knee. Step it back, downward facing dog. And take a breath here. Shake out your head. Inhale, rock forward through plank. And drop your knees. Little half chaturanga. You can go for a full one if you want. I'm not feeling like it today. And then a baby cobra. Curl it up. Exhale, release your forehead. Tuck your toes. Pull your hips back. Downward facing dog. And breathe here. And shake out your head. Feel where your hands can root into the mat. Sides of your body nice and long. Feel your spine lengthen back. All right, Here we go. You're gonna float your knees down again. Take your right leg, kick it back, left knee floating. Shift your weight to your right hand. See if you can take your left arm and reach it forward. And then from here, you're gonna kick your right leg through, fallen triangle again. See if your left hand can stay off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down, down dog split. Sweep this leg up, kick it back behind you. And then you're gonna step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And again, shift your weight to your left hand. We're gonna kick this left leg through. Yeah, set your hips down for a second. Reach your right arm up, inhale. When you exhale, you're gonna press into the floor, lift and tap. Inhale, exhale, press, lift and tap. One more. Here we go. Keep it lifted, kick it through. There we go, find your twist, deep breath. And then let your hands come down to the floor. Gonna lower your back knee and now sweep your right leg out to the right. Send your hips back. Take a moment here. Yes, and then come on back up. You're gonna open your right toes, bend your right knee in. So now we're in this lunge position, sitting back on your left heel. Right hand to the inner edge of your leg. And again, we're gonna reach up and over with that left hand. And now push into your bottom foot. We're gonna come up and come into a nice side angle, modified side plank here. So now we're kind of not at all on the mat, but that's okay. Inhale, and then exhale, elbow to knee. We're gonna drag the right knee in to that right elbow. Kick it out, inhale, and elbow to knee, squeeze it in. And again, reach and squeeze it in. Gonna hold it here. Now step that right foot forward. Here we go, low lunge, sink your hips, lift your chest. Take your left hand to the mat. You're gonna sweep this left foot back behind you. Take your right leg, swing it back. You're gonna bend your knee, bring the soles of your feet together, and we're gonna roll back and sit. Baddha Konasana facing the back edge of the mat. Sit nice and tall, keeping your spine long, fold out and over. We're kind of like dancing today. I've been having some fun with these funky, fun ways of moving. And once in a while, I'll throw some in here. And then inhale, come on back up. Here we go. Left hand's gonna come behind. We're gonna rewind. Ready? Push into the outer edges of these feet. Lift your hips. And now you're gonna take your right foot, swing it all the way around, step it to the mat, warrior two. Windmill it up, nice and slow, like you're unfolding Virabhadrasana 2. Relax through your shoulders. Flip your front palm, reach up, stretch back. Feel your right side rib cage start to peel away from the top of your thigh. Inhale back through warrior two, and then exhale and side angle. You can bring your forearm to the top of your right thigh or your hand to the floor or a block. It's entirely up to you. Just feel the length of your spine here. Inhale. And exhale, we're gonna push into this front leg, straighten it out, reverse Trikonasana. Windmill that right arm up. Inhale, come back through warrior two. Exhale, we're gonna Skandasana again to the back of the mat. All right, and then nice and easy, slide yourself through, plant your hands back to the top of the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring it forward through plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. If you want chaturanga here, upward facing dog, inhale. And downward facing dog. As you exhale, pull it back. All right, we're gonna come forward through plank, dip those knees. Here we go. Left leg's gonna kick back. And do your best to come onto those right fingertips. And with that right knee floating, take your right arm forward. And then elbow and knee come toward each other as you kick the left leg through, calling fallen triangle. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand to the mat. Down dog split. Take your left leg up and reach it back. And then bend your knees, stack your hip. Square it off. Gaze forward. Step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Shift your weight to your right hand. We're going to kick this back leg through. You ready? Kick it through. Tap. And then sit your butt down for a second. Take your left hand, reach it up. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to press, lift, and tap. Inhale down. Exhale, lift, and tap. And down. And lift, and tap. One more. Lift it up, tap. Kick this puppy back through. Sweep your left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, take your left hand to the inside of your foot. Lower your back knee. And now we're going to take this left foot and sweep it straight out to the left. So you can take your hips back. Give yourself a moment here. And then come on up and fold this left leg in. So we're in a lunge with the leg. I had to think about it for a second. Left hand down. Take the right arm up and reach. Inhale. And then reach your right arm all the way up and over to the right. Plant your hand. Little modified side plank here. Inhale. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Squeeze. Inhale, reach. Elbow to knee, squeeze. And reach. And elbow to knee. Keep this knee bent. You're going to step it forward. Back into your lunge. Here we go. Right hand comes to the mat. Going to sweep your right foot up behind you. Now this left leg is going to come all the way around. Bend your knees. Soles of the feet come together. And take a seat. Baddha Konasana. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your spine nice and long. Come out and over. Let your head go a little bit side to side. One more breath here. And then slowly come on back up. Take your right hand behind you. Gonna push into the outer edges of this feet, but this right one especially, right? Lift it up. And now we're gonna take this left foot, swing it all the way around, back through. Warrior two. Windmill it up. Boom, we made it. I'm gonna rewind that a couple of times. I might have to myself. Find your warrior two. Plug your arms in, send some energy through your fingertips. And then flip your front palm. Reach up, stretch back, and sink into it. Inhale, warrior two. And when you exhale, side angle. Any variation here that you want to work is perfectly fine. Try to keep their spine long. Feel this whole left side body lengthen just as much as the right side. And then from here, you're going to windmill this right hand down, straighten the left leg. We're going to come into a little reverse Trikonasana. And then back up through the middle, Skandasana to the back of the mat. And slide your gaze down the inner edge of that left leg. Shift yourself through. Back to the top of the mat, plant your hands. Downward facing dog, and breathe here. Check out your head, your neck. And then gaze forward, and you're gonna hop your feet through. Take a seat, soles of the feet touch. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, let's go for another Baddha Konasana here. If you wanna go a little bit deeper in, you can thread your arms underneath and bring your hands to the tops of your feet. And round in. Curling down into it. And slowly kind of rewind yourself. We're gonna take the right leg out to the side, left leg still hugged in, inhale. And when you exhale, come out and over. And it's hard to keep yourself kind of square here, right? This right side sitting bone wants to lift off the floor, and that's fine. Your legs aren't, your legs aren't doing the same thing. So just work on getting both sitting bones rooted if you can. Nice long spine here, inhale. And then take your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Sweep your left arm up and around. Nice long side stretch here. And bring your left hand up and back behind you. Press into your right heel. Lift up. And back down to the floor. Once your butt hits the ground, take your right leg in front of the left. Sit up nice and tall. And again, we're gonna fold. Coming out and over. Work into that right side hip. And walk your hands back underneath you. The right foot's gonna stay hugged in. Take your left leg out to the side. Inhale, lengthen up. And same thing here. You wanna try to start to walk yourself out and over. Staying long through your spine and nice and active through your left leg. So your left foot's gonna stay flexed here. And maybe you don't come down as far. Hamstrings tight, right? And if you can't fold at all without your kind of rounding in, take your hands behind you. Lift up into your chest. Now your left arm's gonna come to the inside of that left thigh here. Take your right arm up and reach over. Root down through your right side, through that sitting bone, through your right thigh. Press into your left heel. Inhale, come on up. Right hand to the mat, lift your hips. And then take your butt back onto the floor. You're gonna hug your left foot in. Sit tall and come out and over. And slide your hands back underneath you. Come on up. Shift your weight back to your sitting bones. Just gonna find a little bit of a boat pose here. And then hug your knees in. Try to keep your balance. And make sure there's nothing behind you. We're gonna roll all the way down. Right knee hugged in. Take your left leg out. And then take that right knee into your left hand. I'm gonna cross over. And then back up through the middle. Let your arms kind of rest by your sides. Hug this right knee a little closer in. Push out through your left heel. Inhale. When you exhale, we're gonna switch. You can let that right leg rest on the floor as long as it's still active or floated above. Left knee pulls in and switch. And switch. Keep drawing your belly button back toward your spine. And switch. And switch again. We're gonna hold here. And let your right leg drop all the way to the floor. Take your left knee to your right hand, and we're gonna twist to the other side. And then back up through the middle. Hug both knees in. You're gonna bring your palms up, right? So reach your hands up, palms press, and then peel your torso off the floor. You're gonna keep your legs in this kind of like froggy position. We're just gonna squeeze the knees in as you lift up and set it back down and squeeze. And relax back down, and squeeze, and back down and squeeze. And back down, squeeze. and release, and squeeze, and release, and squeeze, and release. 3 more. Here's 3, and 2. Last one. Grab the outer edges of your feet and come to rest and happy baby. And then from here, hug your knees in. If you've got some time, we're gonna lay out. If you gotta get back into your day, and get to it. You can take a seat for a second. Otherwise, we're gonna come into a Supta Baddha Konasana. If you wanna take some, those are called blocks, underneath your knees, or you can take your fists and rest them right at the top of your thigh there. We won't be here long, but just gonna take a few breaths. If this feels insanely uncomfortable, you can always extend your legs into a traditional Shavasana. Just gonna breathe here. That was kind of a wham bam class, so take a few moments just to and try to keep your focus on your breath. And slowly bring your knees together and hug them into your chest. And roll to your right side. Hang here. And press into the strength of your arms. Come on up and find a comfortable seat. Let your shoulders relax. Your spine lengthen. Bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and honor the spaciousness, the openness that you feel now after your practice. And honor the work that you put in today and the work that you put in every day in your dedication to you and to your practice. And I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Thanks for being here. I super appreciate it. If you like what you see, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think. If there's something else you want to see, let me know that too. And always, if you haven't quite yet, hit that subscribe button and check out some of the other stuff I've got to offer. Make it a great day.